Hi, hello, it's Liz from Ostara Studio. Hello again. It feels like it's been ages, and it kind of has. I know that in January when I posted a few videos, I promised a bit of an update as to why the channel has been so quiet. And it's been quiet for good reasons, not because I haven't wanted to post. It's actually because I've been going through a lot of self-growth and personal development, and I needed to figure out where the channel fits in my overall business, in the future of my own career. And YouTube is quite a lot of work, so it's one of those things that I wanted to do right. I didn't just want to post random videos that weren't really of any value. I wanted to make sure that I'm posting videos that really matter and that are valuable to my audience. So you'll see there's been a name change. Initially, the channel started as being kind of a platform for photographers and helping them grow their photography business. So some of you might know that I've always loved photography. I've done photography since school. I did photography when I was studying fine art. And even now, I still have photography incorporated into the business, but it isn't the mainstream or main focus of the business. The business is all about branding and marketing. And obviously we create content when it comes to photography for our clients, but it isn't the main focus. That being said, the business has kind of transformed and grown, and this left me in a bit of a strange spot. So should I have kept the photography YouTube channel, or should I adapt it? And the essence of the channel was always to help a business grow. Now the focus has just jumped from not being photography focused, but to anyone who's a creative, an entrepreneur, or small business. Okay, so what's been happening in the last 2 years? This is not going to be a video that offers you tips, so move on to a different video if you want something more helpful. This is purely a life update. It's about me getting real and sharing my story as to the many reasons why I've gone through this big transition with my business. And the first was that my channel was doing well and there was a sudden move. We needed to suddenly move to a different house, and moving to a different house, it wasn't really a nice environment for us to live in. And at that time, I developed a bit of anxiety and depression. And if you know anything about content creation and having mental illness, it's a bit of a challenge. It's difficult specifically to be in the public eye. It's difficult to have the confidence to come up in front of a camera. And whilst going through those kind of personal things, I was also still running my business. And it was a challenge. It was a challenge and a half to run a business while going through all of this. On top of that, I decided to go back to school. While I was running my business, I was also studying part-time for a postgraduate degree. So there was a lot going on in my life at that point in time. I'm really glad that I went back to school. It really changed my business. It's really where my heart in the business has been at. And it's just been one hell of a journey. I actually had my graduation ceremony, I think in like a few days, like 10 days. It feels surreal because it's obviously going to be virtual and digital. But I finished the degree already last year, August, handed in a dissertation of sorts, which was really fun to do. And when I finished the studying, I realized that I want to get back into educating. So not necessarily being a learner, but also just sharing my knowledge and skills with others. At the time, I thought that would manifest more in me teaching at a formal institution. The pandemic obviously hit last year, and I think in terms of lecturing opportunities, it was difficult for me to even find them. I wasn't sure if my qualifications were good enough. I have facilitated a lot in the past. I've been teachers of various sorts, but teaching at a formal institution, I wasn't too sure about that. So I've had to dive deep into who I am and think to myself, how can I bring that passion for teaching, that love for learning, how can I incorporate that into my business and not just have it as this side income stream, but let it be properly part of my business and what I do. And that's when I decided, why not go back to YouTube? And so I've been working for months on various types of content for YouTube. But yes, so there's a plan of action in place. I started in January. I took a bit of a break because I realized that I was going to burn out if I continue creating content to that level. It is a bit of a challenge creating content on YouTube. It's a long game you have to play if you want to make money from it. Or you have to work in different business methods in order to make money. But I'm not going to be a content creator on YouTube. That is not my only job. I still have this business and it needs to plug into that business. So I had to pause February, March, and I had to reevaluate how I'm going to handle this channel. Then also what's been happening in these 2 years is that I've grown my business phenomenally, which I'm really happy about, but I'm actually in a place where I head things strategically and I'm doing the work that I learned about in my studies, and I'm doing the work that I really want to be doing. So when I just started my journey, I took on any client. I didn't really have a niche. I just took on anyone who wanted a logo or website or branded content. Now I know where I want to be going and what type of clients I want. So it's been a journey. It's not something that happens overnight. That's one of the other things that was happening at the time. And then more so, I think the most important thing that's been happening during this pause of YouTube has been a self-discovery of myself. Again, being in the public eye, it can be challenging, specifically for someone like me. I'm an ambivert, but I have shy tendencies, and needing that confidence, or not needing, but having that confidence to come up and say, okay, this is what I'm going to be doing now. It took some time to get to that point. And it was literally about doing a lot of personal development work and a lot of business development work, in the sense of getting a business coach, working with various kind of mentors and experts over the last 2 years. And I find that I'm in a place now where I can actually do this, where I actually feel good about doing this and working YouTube into my business strategy, where before I kind of always still felt it was separate. So I wanted to do this so that you know that I am dedicated to this channel. More so, I'm dedicated to educating and sharing my knowledge with others, so that, you know, if you've got a business, you can utilize this knowledge if you'd like to grow your business. And then I also just want you to know that there are plans in place to work YouTube into the business strategy, and that things might look a little bit different, but here's why it looks different. Thank you for watching, and I'm excited to share my next video with you. If you want to learn more about empowering your business, growing your business, marketing your business, then like this video, leave me a comment to let me know what kind of videos you'd like to see, and click the subscribe button. I can create content and post videos, but I cannot grow this channel without you. So please do subscribe if you want to learn more. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.